Nadia. I'm a general practitioner and I practice as Dr. Hamdulay. I was diagnosed last year on the 17th of April 2015. I went for a routine gynae examination. It was due, it was actually late. I was supposed to have done it long ago. And my gynae, Dr. Carol Thomas, insisted that I go for a routine mammogram. I went and the mammogram was normal, but the ultrasound showed a 5 millimeter lesion, which the radiologist was a bit worried about. I then went for a biopsy, which showed a stage 1 lobular invasive carcinoma. I insisted that they actually remove the tumor, and then I had to decide what to do first. I had about 2 weeks to decide what I wanted to do, and I opted to go for a bilateral mastectomy, which I'm glad I did, because I didn't want to run the risk of having another operation in a few years' time. I couldn't go through that again. Because it was caught early, I didn't need to have the chemo or the radiotherapy, although I was told that the chemo doesn't work as well for the lobular carcinoma. The actual op wasn't bad. It wasn't very painful. My stay in hospital was fine. When I got back home, I felt fine. The recovery period also wasn't too bad. I was just tired all the time, but it was okay. When I was told that I had the cancer, I think the doctor mode just jumped in. I'm very practical, and I just decided this I need to do, and I didn't stop and think actually how it's going to affect me. Everything happened very quickly. I made the decision quickly. I had the op quickly. Everything happened so quickly. Only now I think about it, how my life has changed since then. But it wasn't, at that time, it wasn't a difficult decision to make, because I needed to be practical. I have 3 children, and I needed to do what's right for me, what's right for them, what was the best decision for myself. I know it's controversial, but I made the decision that I felt was right for us as a family. I'm not sorry I did it. I don't think I could go through this again in a few years' time, because it really has affected all of us as a family. My recovery was good. It was fine. I went back to work after a month. I didn't need chemo. I started on the tamoxifen tablets, which was and is still a nightmare. But I'm coping. I think I have every single side effect that the tamoxifen gives. I am tired all the time. I feel like an old woman. I've gone through menopause very quickly. All the things that come with menopause I have. So it's not been easy. Often people think, oh, you didn't have the chemo. But I don't think you can compare the two. Everyone has their own experiences. I can't say chemo is worse than the tamoxifen. I can't say that the tamoxifen is worse. I think it's all different, and it's how you handle it. And at the end of the day, you must decide what's good for you. You must make your own decisions. You mustn't listen to what other people are telling you. You must do what's best for you. You learn that I've learned after having the cancer that I don't worry about the little things anymore. At first, my main problem when I come from a hard day's work, what am I going to cook for supper? It doesn't bother me anymore. Luckily, I have my mom there, who sees to all my needs. But it is life-changing. Often I think about how it was before and how it is now. I never thought a year later that I'll be talking about having cancer. That was the furthest thing from my mind ever. I live healthy, I GP, I do what I need to do. Never thought I'll be talking about having this experience of cancer. I've been speaking to you for ages, and at the end of the day, number one, I don't know what I was talking about. Number two, I don't know your name anymore. I don't know you for years. My friend gave me a little black book to write down things so that I don't forget. I don't know where I put the black book. I forgot. It's really this forgetfulness. You forget little things that you've done all your life. I've lost control, man. I've lost control of my thoughts. And I don't like that. Maybe I've been a bit too of a control freak. But I don't like this new person. I'm hoping after the tamoxifen in 5 years' time that I'll get back to my normal self. I hope so, because I don't actually like this new me. I'm still at the stage where I am still a bit overwhelmed. I was angry. I was very angry at first. Thinking, why me? I've done everything right. What have I done to deserve it? Guilty, because I was feeling so angry. And I think I was going through so much. In that time, I was ill. My dad also passed away. And it was a lot. It was a lot for me. And initially, all the people are there, like gawking, getting excited and being there for support. But at the end of the day, they don't. All you want is maybe even a WhatsApp. Even, hi, how are you doing? But people are... they're probably because I look normal. And they don't think that I feel so awful anymore. Maybe that's why they're not around anymore. I know they still care. Or maybe they're just uncomfortable. Not knowing how to handle me. Because I am miserable. And there are days that I have bad cancer days. And I just say, I want to go to bed now. And I'm not getting up again. So I'm sure it's hard for my family. But I can't help it. I really can't. As I said, I'm not in control anymore. Tamoxifen controls me. You just say, okay, when you feel like crap. But you just say, yeah, I'm fine. Because I don't know if they really want to know, if it's just that they're asking how you are. So it's been difficult. It's been difficult, but I hope as the days go on, the weeks go on, months, it will get better. I'm sure there must be light at the end of the tunnel. I hope so. When I became ill, my parents moved in to look after me. So my mother's always been there. My father took over, took the kids to school, fetched the kids from school. My mom, I haven't probably cooked in 2 years. She just took over. She's my strength, my rock. I can talk to her about anything. I think if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't have survived this thing. She knows when to keep quiet. She knows when I'm miserable. And I just go to my room, like last night. But she's always been there for me. My family is very supportive, but my mom is my rock. It's been, my husband is there. They help me, the kids. Sometimes I didn't know if I should tell the kids everything or if I should just tell them the facts, the bare facts. My daughter's older, so she can understand. But sometimes you don't also want to worry them, let them be upset and worried about you. So often you just don't say anything and act as if everything is fine. I want them to know how scared I feel, how overwhelmed I feel. Sometimes I think, am I going to be there when my kids get married? My main fear was, how's my husband going to cope? He said to me one day, he was scared. How is he going to manage with the kids when I'm not there? So I think that was my main fear. What's going to happen to my children? There's always I know my cancer, there's a risk. I'm probably a very low risk now because I had a bilateral mastectomy. But there's always the fear. They talk about 90%, 95%. But what if you're in that 5%? Then it's 100% recurrence. So I really don't go much on the stats. I still worry about whether I can get it again in a few years' time. In another place you hear these horror stories all the time. And try not to think about it. But it's always there. It's always there. It's something that you have to